Welcome to the Artist Online Sales Training. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to close a sale. The three simple steps. Basically, it's about that. But before we get into that, we're actually going to talk about sales as the basics. The things about sales, the basic ideas about sales, things like that. So the table of context is going to talk more of these kind of things. And it's going to be a video that will actually open your mind when it comes to business wise things. And when you're talking to customers, you're going to be approaching customers with a different approach. Good, okay, fine. How can I help this customer make a decision by the end of the day? Or how can I make sure would I increase the success rate of the close of what I'm actually selling at the point of time? So it's going to actually open your mind to the metrics of a human being. Good minimum kalila. Good excuses. How will you handle things like that? So it's gonna be a really nice and interesting video and all those kind of things. So let's get into it. There are four basic topics or sections we're going to go through, right? Number one, introduction to sales, taking you through it, right? Number two, the power of sales. I'm also going to take you through it. Number three, sales ethics. And number four, obstacles versus objections. So it's gonna be really short. There are not much. The long ones are gonna be the ones with the scripts and all those kind of things. But this one is gonna be basically short. So let's get into it. So exactly, what is this course going to be about? Ed, in business, two things matter: getting a customer interested and closing the deal. The success rate on these two things, they're the ones that determine the success of every business. Most good businesses, they are good at making customers interested, and they're also good at closing deals. So most people, they suffer whereby they're only good at making customers interested but suffer in closing the deal. So this course is going to be basically about taking you through the process of closing a deal, because making them interested, it's obvious. If you we've already done that for you, right? If you're going to be doing customer success, we have already made the customers interested. Yeah? So it means kuita ubasakale ma-flyers ofunika ungontumizira muthu tampangakale customer tag per group, and we want to kale ma-flyers in the captions and all those kind of things. So they are already interested. So they ask how much. That's when you're actually going to take them through the process of closing the deal. So let's get into it. Let's just go and brainstorm the basics and all those kind of things. All right. All right. So let's begin. I hope you're ready. Okay, I just changed the mic recording settings. I hope you can hear me clearly though. Closing is everything that happens after you ask a person to buy. At this point, the customer decides. I've underlined decides for a purpose, right? They decide whether they'll give you the money or they'll not. Yet, so the important word here is decides. When a person decides, it means they cut off one option. So if you're deciding, it means you're cutting off one option. You're killing one future. Yet, so if I say I'm gonna do it, it's a yes. What future am I killing? The future of me not doing it, which is a no. If I say no, what future am I killing? The future of me doing it, which is a yeah, which is the future I'm cutting off, right? So if I say I want to get this phone, yeah, what future am I cutting off? The future of me not having that phone. Come if I say I don't want to get that phone, what future am I cutting off? The future of me having the phone. Yeah. So it's that kind of thing. So let's get into it. So now, for example, if somebody is interested in buying a golf t-shirt, yeah, there are two options. Number one, they say no. So they cut off the chance, I've underlined cut off the chance of buying it. Option number two, they say yes. So they cut off the chance of not buying it. So the decision making is the most important part of closing a deal. And your job is to help them make that decision. So it's whether it's a yes or a no. So you will come into a cell. We always organize it. If I can get this person to either say yes or no, I'm good. Yeah? We don't want cases whereby and is that way I'm cool. No. We don't want good in cases that it's either yes or no. That's what we're actually aiming for. If we can calculate our success rate by things like that, that means you win every sale. Yeah? So let's get into it. So what are the two types of decisions? By the emotional decisions, and then there are logical decisions. So what are emotional decisions? These are quick decisions, like how someone feels when they like something. Yeah, that's an emotional decision. Another one is a logical decision on the other side. These are careful decisions like thinking through details before saying yes. So in most cases, like Antoma, they act on emotional decisions. So it's like I'm go figure what they think in their mind is like, okay, I'm just interested in this thing, I just want it. So Muntora Banga emotional decision, it can change because emotions they shape shift. When a logical decision, the logic decision yori simasinta makanga ndi emoji omwe. No matter what, you still do it because you've critically thought through it. There, you want to help people make logical decisions and less more emotional decisions. Yeah, we just build in from the emotional decision. In many reality, one in how much are interested, yet it's emotional decision. Now we will reinforce that interest with a logical decision, and then we're going to make sure we muntu awubanga the order by the end of the day, or maybe sawubanga order by the end of the day. As long as by the end of the day they are helped, the way you should make sure your job is done by that kind of case. So the one who cares most about the other is the one who wins the sale. If you care more about the customer, you win the sale. If the customer cares more about themselves more than you will lose the sale. Yeah. So you need to be caring more about them. If you care more about the customer, you do whatever it takes to make sure that they are helped. Yeah. And if you do whatever it takes to make sure that they are helped, it's because by the end of the day, it's either they are buying the thing if it helps them, or they are not buying the thing if it doesn't help them. So here are some important sales tips. Number one, expect a no. Yeah. It's normal to hear no. Don't get upset. Your job is to help the customer decide what's best for them. Yeah. Number two, price. If something costs 60K, but you tell them it's on sale for 100K, it feels like a deal, even though the original price is still shown. Right? So it's like there are some price discrepancies website which are if you look at it. So let's say product job for how much check the price. Starting price a website in my case it's a bit higher. Then maybe matokai by hands and then you tell the customer by 80. Yet at least in my case already it feels like a rounding off deal. So don't feel bad giving out high prices. Just give the price out there. And then the last part is don't focus on making the sale. Focus on helping the customer, right? And understanding their needs. If you feel like their needs should be met and it will help them when their needs are met, then do that and make sure that their needs are met. So it's that kind of thing. So here are four things that you should basically remember. Closing a sale is like a dance, not a fight. It's about guiding a customer gently, not forcing them. Right? Number two, believe in what you're selling. People can tell if you truly care about the product. Always ask questions to understand the customer better. Yeah? The one who asks the most questions is the one who controls the conversation. So ask more questions to make sure that you understand the customer better. Yeah? Number four, record your sales. Keep track of how you made the sale so that you can learn for the future. So this is what we're gonna be doing. For myself is also I mean now Tega. By the end of the week, these are going to analyze kuriki what was happening. Kuri is Tega. So just copy is almost a material and then do it again. So it's gonna be that kind of thing whereby you just make sure Kuri you keep track of what you did good and then you apply it when this one worked and a couple of them worked, you apply the same things on the new context that you'll be texting. Yeah? So it's that kind of thing. So those are the 4 points you need to remember. Let's get into the next part. So now on the power of sales. Power is the ability to influence people. To get better at sales, you must practice the skills of decision making and persuasion. And that is what is going to be this all about. Like this course is gonna be about that. It's gonna be about making sure that you help people make decisions and you also persuade people. Right? So in business, Pamakazo, there are two factors. If your product is really, really good, Zimabezia would sales Simavura because the product is so good they'll feel stupid saying no. Yet, if your product is average, sales can help in. There, however, if you will also make sure that our product is good. Good you also vurike when you're doing the sales. Because in the Kajabu, you don't even need to tweak in your words or something like that. You just need to deliver what you are offering and then they'll buy in. So it's that kind of thing. So now let's go to the 10-80-10 rule, something like that, right? 10% of people will never buy no matter what. So until I'm sure. Yeah? Until I'm sure. Always know that 10% they'll never buy no matter what. And 10% are already ready to buy. So don't fuck it up. Yeah, Makazori and they have the money in their hands. They're like, I'm already wanting that thing. Don't waste my time. Just give me that thing. Ewo. Yeah? And then there is the 80% and they need help deciding. This is where you should focus on. So most businesses they only focus on the 10% teacher. And then maybe 80% I will see. Although I'm sure more going there and then I'm gonna see bunch. That person found something interesting, because of my excuses and you've lost a potential customer. So if you can get that kind of person, bring them in, head, tell them, hey, I'm going to take you through this process, help them make a decision. Because by the end of the day, you're making more sales of the Asia resent you more than my businesses, and I'm making you make more money than other businesses. So this is just a business perspective. Right? Now, if you're looking at a sales perspective, it's going to be the same thing. Most of the customers, as they are already interested and they have the money, they're direct. You will suggest process direct to the point, all the materials, and then you go in. Right? You still take them through the process, yeah, qualification to make sure you qualify kudi muntu alipopoga menai. By the end of the day, the way you should aim kudi okay fine. At least muntu dipange qualify as a person that is urgent, needs a direct order, a person who's deciding. If a person is deciding, that means you take them through the decision making process. So, what are the benefits of learning sales? Yeah, number one, help yourself make better decisions. Yeah, that's number one. Number two, help customers make decisions that are right for them. Yeah. Number three, become more powerful by learning these skills. So these are three basic things that you should aim at. This is the benefits of learning sales. You help yourself make better decisions. You work on better decisions. Because our metrics are. Number two, it'll help customers make decisions that are right for them. Yeah. Number three, become powerful by learning the skills. So let's move on to the next part. So now, my sales ethics. Right? Your goal is to help people make a decision that's good for them, whether they buy from you or not. Yeah? Number two, help customers stay true to their goals, even if it means that they don't buy from you. The way you need to understand, Guru, even if the customer is not buying from me, as long as the goals of the customer are met, I'm fine with it. Yet we are not here to grab people's money and go out there, flex and all those kind of things. No, we are here to help people. If our mindset is in that kind of state, we'll make sure we create so much value that will actually create something that is really, really different. Yeah. Because we don't want to be like every other business that is just there to make money. No, we are here to help people. If we help people, eventually money will come. That's how it is. So there are two things: obstacles and objections. Right? An obstacle is anything that gets in the way of the sale before you ask for the buy. Right? Meaning an objection is anything that happens when a customer disagrees after you ask. Right? So an objection is something that would be like, hey, I can't afford it right now. Right? So it's after they ask. Come if it's before they ask, right? Mm, give the products or give the link to my products. I'll look at them later. That is an obstacle. So it's like those are two different things. So where you need to focus on my objections, because my obstacles, of course, maybe you need to deal with that as well. Kuma won't be you're dealing with objections after you ask the person. Because until as subscribe and they're already interested. Right? So my obstacles, they are for my guys of customer outreach. Meaning my objections, you'll be dealing with objections. So it's between them buying and you, making the clothes and all those kind of things, something like that. So yeah, was this one? Let's move on to the next part. So, on handling objections, there are three things that we can actually look at. By my circumstances, yeah, I need it now, I can't afford it. That's the first circumstance. The other circumstance is other people. I need to ask my husband, or I need somebody else's opinion, or let me ask what would guy, yeah? And then there is self. I'm not sure if I'm good enough for this. So these are like the three basic objections that you should expect. Circumstances, I need it now or I can't afford it. Yeah. So it's like based on their current circumstance, is would want. Or other people, they're casting the power away to other people. Yeah. So I'm not sure if this is my type. Yeah. So these are like my objections. I mean, my customers are my brother. So we're gonna be going through also and how to deal with them. All right. Now, customers often blame these five factors. So it's like we're going deep on my objections, Ajay. Objection number one is time. So there is something interesting that happens with Tigamonam objections, Ajay. They always go down. Yet, muntu sangabwele ndi objection ya fit. Yet, ndikuzanena kuti drama ndilibe. After that, no, it always goes down. If it goes back, that means you're not helping them make the decision. It's always supposed to go down until we figure when it's at the self level and having a decision. So here be that time. Yeah, they say now is not a good time or this season is not a good time. Excuse me, yeah. And then when you move that excuse, you're gonna go down. Okay, fine. Currently, I can't just afford it. Money, excuse. Oh, you move down. Fit. They say, okay, this thing is just not right for me. I would tell Admund. Move down. Authority. Chabunoke, ndiyangofusa munanga. Or let me just ask my parents. I would tell. You move down. Okay, ningo ganisa guy. You see this person now. It's how, I think some of you also even do this, right? You also even do this. Let me think. And then you move that again. Then let me think courageous. They make a decision. Chabuno ba nikura. Trust him. Or bas, I don't want to buy. Simple as that. Move on to the next part. So yeah. So that is to sum up like the whole basic, you know, gist about sales. Right? If a customer wants what you're selling and you believe it will help them, never get stuck in these objections. Help them work through their concerns and make the best decision for them. That is how it is. So basically, that's all about sales. So this presentation was really short, and we did my objections. My objections are surface. So now we need to go into the real objections. So let's get into the next part. I hope it's gonna be interesting and all those kind of things. Let's get into it.